Hey everybody, what's going on? So what I have here now is I have a small game. I have my guide window that I showed in the last video. I have touch controls, fire and movement, and then I also have keyboard controls for our testing. And I have our score up here in the corner. And if you notice, I have put all this stuff within this window area. So what's going to happen is this is scaled bigger on other devices. What you're going to see is just more of this background. Your gameplay is actually going to stay within this window. So you'll see if when I run this right now that all these items are within the window. So if this was actually stretched out here like it was on an iPad, you would just see more ground. But your score would be in the same spot. The guys, the clouds, everything would kind of come in the same area. You would just have a little bit of a dead zone out here where you would just see the grass. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about ads. What we're going to do first is we're going to work with CocoonJS, the plugin within Construct 2, and then move out to MoPub and AdMob and iAds after that. All right, so we're going to go in here and we are going to add the CocoonJS object. All right, and as that loads up, so basically there's two types of ads you can have in your app. You can have banner ads and you can have full screen ads. And the way you display them is going to be a little bit different. Typically banner ads you either have on the screen all the time. That's actually the best way to do them. Or you hide them and display them on certain screens like the title screen, level select screen, game over screen. You're not going to get as much out of them that way because players just aren't going to see them for that long on those screens. Okay, so what I typically try to do, if you'll notice in my window here, there's a little bit of a dead zone down here where I don't have the controls or anything. And that's going to be my banner space. So there's two size banners. There's one for tablet and there's one for phones. Phones are 320 by 50 and tablets are 728 by 90. Okay, those are typical sizes. Those are the two sizes that MoPub uses for banner ads for those two devices. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to drag these over right at the bottom of our window. These are just guides. These aren't doing anything besides guiding us as to where the banners are going to show up. Okay, so there's our tablet. Now you'll notice it goes outside of our window, but that's okay because when this shows up on tablets, our iPad, if you remember, our iPad width, was actually 768 by 1024. So the width is 768. Okay, and these are 728. So they're gonna pop out to here somewhere, where the iPad's about almost to the edge all the way around. So they'll fit just fine. What you want to be concerned with is the top of the ad here, okay? And then the same thing with the phone. All right. It's not really a big deal with the phone because it's so much smaller. But you want to make sure you just know what it's going to look like. And if you're doing just only phone, you're not planning on doing a tablet version, then you can just worry about where this one goes. So I kind of like to just place these while I'm building my app so I know where they are. And the other thing is you don't want your character, if you're using the bound to layout behavior, he's going to bound way out here, right? So you want to put in your own boundaries. And you want to set his Y positive boundary to actually to the top of the banners. Okay, you want the banners to actually not be part of the game. So if I run this now, you'll notice that it just looks like these are at the bottom of the screen, like ads, and then the game actually runs in this area up here. See that? I can't go down past the ads. And my controls are far enough away where they shouldn't interfere with the ads. You may want to move them a little bit further away if you get complaints or you think you might get complaints from people about that. Because one thing you don't want to do is try to trick people into clicking ads, because that's the fastest way to get booted off an ad network. Okay, so yeah, and then so basically what we want to do is we want to figure out how to load these ads. So almost every game that I have, I usually have a title screen. This is a not very professional looking title screen, but it serves our purpose. So what I typically do on my title screen is, if I go into the code of my title screen, and we go to the CocoonJS object, we're going to do banner ads first, obviously. And we want to do preload our banner ad on our title screen. Okay, typically I don't show them on the title screen. I just show them in game. So, but you can preload the ad and then show it here if you want. But what I typically do is I'll preload my banner ad here. All right, and then in my main game on start of layout, I will go to the CocoonJS again, and this time I'm going to show banner ad, and I'm going to show it bottom center. Now, it's unfortunate that these are the only two choices we have, is center, top, or bottom, because sometimes it would be nice to actually be able to, plop this up in the corner up here, or down here in the corner, but the only options we have are center. So we just got to kind of deal with it. You can complain all you want, but at the end of the day, if you want to get it working, you got to work with what you have. So, so that's what we got. So right now, that's set up. That's all set. If you ever want to, usually what you'll probably want to do is when you are whenever this layout starts up, your title or any of the other layouts you have, you may want to go ahead and hide the banners. That's completely up to you. Basically, you'll just go back into your start layout. So whenever this layout starts, you go to Cocoon and you go hide banner ad, and that's going to hide it. Now, I've heard rumors that after banner ads refresh every 60 seconds, I've heard rumors that when that 60 seconds hits, if you're hiding it and a new one refreshes, then the new ad is going to pop up. So, like I said, what I typically try to do, because of weirdness like that, is just work around it and just leave space for the ads to be there. If you're going to use banner ads, just make the space for them to be there and kind of be done with it. There's no sense in fighting it, because until it gets fixed, we can't do anything about it. So let's work around it, and we can make some money that way. Okay, so that is really it for banner ads. There's not really anything else that you need to know. There are some times when you'll want to hide an ad, maybe for a little bit, and then show it again. And like I said, that's just the hide ad, and then you can show the ad again when you want to. But besides that, doing the preload on start of layout and your title screen, and then showing the ad during gameplay should pretty much cover all of your banner ad needs. Okay, the next video I'm actually going to talk about full screen ads. That takes a little bit more thought and preparation. So I will see you then.